I'm aware I have an interesting looking head. Sort of came to a front recently, just before the pandemic started. I was at a music festival called Splore Festival, just outside of Auckland. If you don't know what Splore is, basically it's a music festival where young, rich people go to pretend to be poor. But it's a lovely festival. It has a really great vibe there, and it was sort of the Saturday night, the big part of the festival. There's about 12 of us dancing around, sort of in a circle, having a great, well, not, there was like thousands, but we were in a small group of 12. We hadn't started our own shit. There was heaps of people, and there was thousands of people when we were a small group dancing around in the middle, having a great old time. And I was sort of like aware that on the other side of sort of where we were, there was like, you know, a commotion going on. You know, you can sort of vaguely tell, you're like, something's going on. And then it seemed to resolve. Like everyone sort of chilled out, and they actually had a good old laugh. And then all of a sudden, like, a lot of them sort of glanced over at me, and then they looked off. And I was like, oh, this is weird vibe. I wonder what happened there. Anyway, I just carried on. And then I found out later what had happened. And what had happened was, it was actually quite serious, to be honest, back in hindsight, as we were dancing around, and a girl who wasn't part of our group had looked down, and she'd seen a girl. And she'd seen the girl, and then she'd seen a guy sort of looking at the girl in a dodgy way. So she'd gone down to the girl and gone, hey, listen, there's a guy over there. I don't know if you know him or anything, but he's giving you super creepy vibes. And, I don't know if you're safe. You're here with friends. I don't know if you're here alone. But I think, you know, I'm just trying to look after you. Do you want to go get a drink or something and just leave the area? And she, you know, obviously it was a misunderstanding. She's like, no, I'm fine. I'm here with all my friends. I'm totally sweet. And she goes, cool. Great. And afterwards I was like, man, that's great. It's so like cool. Women supporting women. What an incredible development. And I thought it was great right up until I found out that the girl that this woman had come over to help was my wife. And the man was me! Do you know how it feels to have someone see you looking at your wife, and then they think to themselves, I've got to intervene. It's insane. I'm like, oh my God, like my wrestling dance move is sex pest. Who knew?